6 innings of scoreless baseball took an hour. And then the final 4 innings of this Mariners Nationals game took 2 hours and 8 minutes. It is now 12:48 a.m. on the East Coast. The Mariners just lost 9-2 to the Washington Nationals, and the game was a lot closer than you would have thought. There was no scoring till the 6th when James Wood doubled to score 2 runs. Then Leody Taveras singled to score Master Triboni. Then Ben Williamson singled to score Leody Taveras. Then in the top of the 10th, Dylan Lilly out on a sac fly to score Jose Tena, who was the automatic runner. Then Nathaniel Lowe drove in a run. Then Luis Garcia Jr. doubled to drive in a run. Then Josh Bell had a 3-run homer to make it 9-2. And then the guy who started on second base, which was Jose Tena, came up to bat. And then the Mariners, actually in the bottom of the 10th, Leo Rivas singled on a ground ball to the right fielder, and Ben Williamson scored. Rivas and Ben Williamson had a great game. There was 1 home run hit in the game in the 10th inning. There were 19 total hits with 12 combined runs. Teams combined to have 5 stolen bases, with the Mariners having 4 of them, but the Mariners had 7 bases. A couple of other things happened. J.P. Crawford got ejected for arguing balls and strikes. He got struck out on a called strike 3 that was at least 2 baseball widths outside of the plate, according to the EQC tracer on the Root Sports broadcast, and he got his money's worth. Dan came out and was like, JP, get away. And then the pitcher for the Nationals nearly got ejected. It was an inning later, and that was Lopez, who, he started arguing with the home plate ump because the home plate ump called strike a ball, and that was a whole thing. In terms of Mariners pitching, Hancock went 5 1/3, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. He did walk 3, but he struck out 4. And unfortunately, those walks were the runs that scored. Spire came in, did 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, had a strikeout. Vargas came in, 2 hits, no other stats, not bad. Matt Brash gave up 3 hits, but struck out 2, and he got absolutely bailed out by Leody Taveras, nailing the runner at home plate. Munoz came in, struck out 1. Still has not given up an earned run. Snyder came in, took the loss. Third of an inning, 4 hits, 7 runs. 5 of them were earned. 1 walk. Wait, what? Why was 1 run not earned? Why was 1 of the Snyder runs not earned? Errors. Because Snyder committed an error. Okay, that's why one of the runs was not earned. Cal had a stolen base. Julio had a stolen base. Ben Williamson had a stolen base, his first career stolen base. Taveras was caught stealing today. Wood got his 9th, and we caught Garcia stealing today. It was overall a really tight game. One of those games where you're just like, if the other team wins, you tip your cap. They probably won on some sort of little bloop here, a base hit there, maybe an error, maybe just something happened. Julio Rodriguez got hit in the hands by a pitch. He was able to stay in the game. Unfortunately, though, it was very painful. Probably had about a 3-4 minute delay while the trainers came out to look at him. And I do believe that because of that, he's going to have to get x-rays tonight, and I don't know, he may end up needing to miss a game or two, which is, I'd rather have him miss a game or two. We're playing the Twins over the weekend. Bryce Miller just came back from the IL, so that's good. He's going to be able to make his start on Saturday, which does push Luis Castillo back a day, allowing him to go on 6 days rest, which is really exciting. Overall, that 10th inning explosion where we had where we had Schneider come in and just absolutely just be terrible, was not good. Bizzardo came in, got the final 2 outs, which was great. The Mariners struck out 11 times in 10 innings, so just over one per inning. And then we had 8 strikeouts. We issued 4 walks. They issued 3. Our problem was we didn't get on base other than the walks. We did get on base from the hit by pitch. And then Cal also got hit by a pitch by Gore in his knees, and it did not look good. Andy Fletcher, this was his 6th person he ejected this year. The game thread was very, very upset with Andy Fletcher, and there were people who were very, very interested. So Cal had a hit, Leo Rivas had a hit because he came in for J.P. Crawford. The leadoff spot combined to go 1 for 5 with an RBI and 2 strikeouts. Julio struck out today. I can't really fault him for that. He did ground into a double play in the 10th. Cal had a couple of walks and a hit by pitch. He was on base 4 times in 5 plate appearances. Randy went 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts, and I'm going to talk about this later in another video, probably tomorrow morning or later today. I don't actually know this because it's, as of right now, Randy Arozarena in his 7 seasons is like 768th in all-time strikeouts, and that is a problem. Demo struck out a couple of times. Master Boney had the walk, which was nice. Walk, run. Donovan Solano went 0 for 2. Rowdy Tellez had a strikeout. Polanco went 0 for 4. Tavares, though, 3 for 4 with a run and a walk. And Ben Williamson, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 RBI, 1 stolen base, 1 strikeout. The big problem I have here is Randy Arozarena with the 3 strikeouts. The other stuff, a lot of it was a pitcher's duel. There was a lot of really good pitching. Like Gore is a really good pitcher. I believe he is the best pitcher on the Nationals, and because of that, obviously, you have to tip your cap sometimes. But today was a very disappointing game for the Mariners.
And again, thank you for tuning into the videos. Don't forget that you can also see me on Patreon at Sammy5436, where it's $1 a month. I also am seeable on Instagram at Sammy5436. TikTok at Sammy5436. I'm on Blue Sky at Sammy5436, though I don't use that often. I believe I'm on Tumblr at Sammy5436, but I haven't used that in at least a year. And you can find me at my business email, thetrapezoidtalks5436 at gmail.com. Any information you need to send to those business emails will be looked at. I generally look at my business email on Wednesdays and Sundays, so just do be advised that I do not always have the ability to respond immediately, but if you do send an email to my business email, and as long as it's not offensive, I will respond if it's something I'm interested in with something positive, and if it's something I'm not interested in, I will thank you for your email and go ahead and say that there may be a future opportunity for us to collaborate if that's something you're interested in.